Welcome to American Fight Stories with DeBar. We are challenging all Americans to be better Americans by showcasing some great American fighters. And I'm so happy today to have Jonathan Bingham. And I'm just hearing Diaz.
Yeah, Zach Diaz.
Zach Diaz.
Yeah.
Okay. This sounds like you sound like a personality all in yourself, right? Like a superhero. He kind of looks like both of them are superheroes. I know Jonathan. I've known Jonathan now for how many years? 2012?
Probably before then.
Yeah. I met Jonathan as a DUI officer. And I was so glad when you took some other assignment because you were writing them tickets. I was trying to get him to go to law school and anything else I could do just to get him out of there because it was hard to win those DUIs, right?
Yes.
Yes, it was because he's a very, very good DUI officer. So what have you been up to, Jonathan? What are you doing now?
I've been in the search and rescue realm.
Search and rescue. This is wonderful. What all does search and rescue? What do you do on that job?
So I am the administrator for search and rescue for the sheriff's office. I am the trainer, the counselor, the guy who does the budget, the guy who does the calls. I'm in the training. I'm doing it all.
He's doing it all. He can do it all if he needs to, but he has a great team.
Oh yeah, I couldn't do it without the team.
He's building a team all the time. Yeah. So what does your team consist of?
Oh gosh. So currently there are 34 of us. We have we call them ground pounders. So like if we have to do grid searches or
ground pounders.
Okay. That's kind of the nickname.
I like that.
It was there before
I've never
my
heard
time.
that word. I've never heard that
But just
technical
imagine
word.
if you have to have a grid search, you have to have people lined up and, they do anything in the woods, any type of searches. We've got a newly established canine unit with 2 NASAR trailing certified canines.
Okay. NASAR, what does that mean?
The National Association of Search and Rescue.
Okay.
So it's a national. We actually went during spring break.
Okay.
And we went to Texas and Louisiana. We went through Arkansas. And there was 4 of us that went through it. So I went to the conference and supported them too. And then they wouldn't let me test with them, obviously.
Okay.
The instructor and the canines and the handler, they went off and did their own thing. So,
okay. So we've got how many? 4?
Well, there's two canines.
2 canines
yes,
for the search and rescue team. So what would you use the canines for?
Let's say that there is a child that wanders off. They can take a scent article and give it to the dog.
A scent article like a shirt or a toy or something.
And honestly, they showed us how to like swab the car door or the car seat. Just as wherever we can get the scent of that child.
There's a lot of scent on those car seats. I'm telling you, I was ready to burn mine.
Pillowcases, any of that stuff. And
French fries for 5 years.
M&Ms and everything.
Yeah.
So the puppies, as I call them, will put their nose down and they will trail.
Wow.
And we were tested up to 4 hours. Now, when we train at 12 hours. And what I mean by that is, let's say Zach goes out and hides in the woods and he's out there for 12 hours. Well, then in the 12th hour hits, the dogs get the scent article and then they go find him. And, and so when we've been training, we've trained up to 1.5 miles. When they did their testing, they did it up to 1 mile. So it's a slow process. We've been doing this for about a year. And so we finally stepped into the testing realm and we're not done. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep, exercising these dogs' nose. And we're going to make them better and hopefully we'll expand more. We want to make it a big division. A lot of folks call us though.
I think you've trained other people some, don't you? I mean,
we do allow folks to come in for that aspect. If we're at a scene, obviously we're only calling our unit members. We're not calling other folks in the public, but there are some 501Cs in the area. Or in the next counties over that, we all kind of get together and we train together. I've
heard some other people in other counties that are like, they should have brought DeSoto County in. They should have, because your unit is known as an excellent unit and a great resource for our county and a great sense of pride. We're all have a great deal of thankfulness that we have Search and Rescue, DeSoto County Search and Rescue. And I'm always hearing about, training. I mean, you guys are trained for lots of different things. I've heard bombing.
Yes.
Like natural disaster and I guess all kinds of different shooter scenarios and all kinds of stuff. We try to
save money. We don't go to the sheriff all the time and ask for, whatever the newest thing is. If we have a budget, we stay in that budget. And if it's outside that budget, we go try to find other means to get those funds. Like we applied for the Gary Sinise Foundation, and he awarded us some stuff for some Swiftwater.
Wow.
We applied for the Community Foundation grants through Walmart. They awarded us some funds as well. We did the Firehouse Subs grant, and we're getting some. So
is that part of your job too? Is finding money? Search and rescue that money for the.
I would say yes.
For the cause, yeah.
Whatever I can, there was no rule book when I came over there.
Okay.
There was no.
I love this trailblazer type stuff. I love this when people, I had it going for, it was a band director, and he said, we had to write our own fight song. Mm-hmm. I'm like, that's special, and you got to write your own fight song. But you're having to create this, some of it's pre-existent, but it's also, you're meeting the challenge and the needs of the changing needs of the county. So
it's very it's different. In the last 20 years, when I started law enforcement, we had flip phones, and and like now, we can take your phone in our area. We can take our phones, and if it's allowed, we can download apps and turn on GPS. So when we're doing these grid searches or we go out on a search, we can see exactly the GPS coordinates of where our people are at in live time. And not only that, with the drones and stuff, we can do the same thing.
Wow!
And so the electronic world has gotten crazy, but it's getting better for the search and rescue side.
Helping you.
It is.
So you've got a lot of volunteers, and I really just invited Jonathan. We talked about this. I've been wanting to have Jonathan on for a long time, and it was definitely like one of my first people I thought of, but he said, can I bring a friend? And he brought Zach. So today's the first day I've ever met Zach. And Zach, what do you do for search and rescue? Or what do you do? What's your fight story?
I would say first thing is we're part of a church plant team. That's where most of mine and my wife's time is absorbed.
That's what I'm talking about. We're going to mix a little faith up in it, right?
Refuge Church by Helia.
Wonderful.
But we've been working on this little baby church for a while, but that's where we absorb most of our time. But I work at North Central. I'm a lineman, been a lineman up there for 10 years.
Lineman meaning electrical.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We build high power lines, and I'm a Swiftwater technician for the Swiftwater team. Been there for a few years now. I've got to see the whole direction of the unit completely changed from when I started to now. It's a completely different unit. We've been more fitness oriented and just practically oriented towards getting the job done and doing it safely. And we've got some great leadership, and I can thank Jonathan for that. But Swiftwater has been really cool. When I first joined the unit, I didn't know what it was. Kind of thought it was going to be a fun vacation, and then I'm sliding down rocks and sloshing through the water in the Ocoee River. That was a great time.
So he came here to save souls, and now he's actually saving people from Swiftwater, right?
Right.
And so you have a story about that as well, or Jonathan has a story about?
Well, so, when we were talking and I was asking, hey, can I bring a friend?
Yeah.
Obviously, everybody sees what's going on in the media right now. Mm-hmm. Great. But there were so many other things going on with our unit. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that really didn't make a whole lot of media attention was when we went out to Arcabella. So the story is that there was a problem with the dam. They drained it. And so now you have all this mud. And I guess the term for it is blue mud.
Blue mud. Okay.
It's not blue. It's as brown as it can be. And you would stand on it. And when you would stand on this blue mud, you would sink up to your hips. And it was just it wasn't a very good, I don't even know what the word is, but it just wasn't a very good experience to play on this mud. And so one night
But of course, people want to get their 4-wheelers and all that.
Yeah, ATVs, 4-wheelers.
Yeah.
And the thing that they want to go do is they want to go mud riding, right? And I don't know why, and maybe it's just something around here. Everybody wants to go mud riding when it's fixing to snow or when it's dark or when it's negative something degrees outside.
Negative.
And so this one night, it was the day after Christmas, I believe. One of the folks in the campgrounds over at Dub Patton called the sheriff's office and said, "Hey, I can hear somebody faintly in the distance saying they need help." And so we had a drone that we dispatched to the area, not search and rescue, the patrol guys did.
Okay.
And so they find this guy who's just kind of just walking in circles and just, he's disoriented. He's lost. And
was he drunk? Maybe.
I don't know. We'll plead the fifth.
Yeah,
Can we say that?
We may not.
He was certainly disoriented from the hypothermia.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's it's with the wind chill on that day when the report that we wrote, it was negative 10 degrees outside. It was cold.
Yeah.
And so, where there's mud, there is water. And, not all the water was gone. There's still like some streams and everything. And so we put a call in for service because now we got to figure out how we're going to get this guy. And that was the one thing that I guess that nobody realized.
So who initiates your call? Does
it goes
the
through
sheriff's office
and then
let you know, heads up, we got somebody? Or are you kind of watching the drone
our
activity?
Dispatchers, they call us.
Okay.
And so, and they already gave me a heads up as soon as, and so the way that it works is anytime a drone goes anywhere, I get a notification that they're flying a drone.
Can you see it on your phone?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful.
And so I formulated, the team formulated a plan on how we were going to get this guy. And we weren't equipped for it. We weren't prepared for it. We're like, what are we going to do? We don't have a boat that can just go over
through
this
mud,
and you can't stand on it because you're sinking. And so, okay, well, what are we going to do? And
now, did Army Corps of Engineers plan for that when they drained? I'm guessing it's Army Corps. I don't know.
I don't know.
We don't know. Coordination of Communication Services.
I don't know.
Disaster planning.
We just know that we had a guy on the lake.
Yeah.
That was cold.
On the lake that's now mud.
And he had been there for a long time.
Teenager.
You say teenager? I'd say he's in his 20s. I would say. I don't know. Maybe. You're the one that hugged him. So so anyway, so we get there and, I
prayed for this guy.
I did.
I think I know. I may know this person, but anyway, go ahead.
We've got our ATVs and our side-by-sides there, but they can't go anywhere, right? Because as soon as they hit the mushy part of the mud, it's like quicksand, or I don't even know what you want to call it, but
it's blue mud, whatever that means. Yeah.
And so, my version and his version is different. I want to say that he volunteered, but he said he didn't. And, anyways, so
did you start hearing voices, or who told you to move?
I was trying to get the gear ready for everybody else.
Oh, okay.
And he said, "Dias, get your stuff on." And I was like looking behind me like, "Me? This Dias?
Which Dias are you talking about?" Yeah.
Okay.
And this is one of those moments where we're like, holy cow, this is what we've been training for. We did Swiftwater. We know how to tie knots. We know how to swim. And we've been swimming a lot. We'll talk about that too.
Yeah.
And we know what to do. We just got to get from point A to point B. And so we decided that we were going to take our rope bags, because we have all of our Swiftwater techs have rope bags. And so we brought as many rope bags as we possibly had, which now we've got triple the amount that we had because of this call.
Yeah.
And we actually worked on that in the office before we came here today. And so we tethered each rope bag onto the back of these things called ice suits. It's like a big rubber suit.
Okay.
We don't feel the cold or anything like that unless the water gets in, and it cuts off right at your neck, and you could throw a hood up on it and all that stuff, and just your face is exposed. And so we start crawling. Well, so with me being the director, I'm the only paid person over there. So it's one of those responsibilities that we never really talked about. I have to be there.
Yeah.
And in my head, I have to be there. I'm sick. I'm not feeling good. I have a fever. I get a majority. I say majority. I don't know how far I got. Like, let's just say maybe 100 feet, 200 feet. But Zach kept going, and we ran out of rope. So I untethered and tethered my line onto him so he could go a little bit further. And I want to say he crawled at least a football field. He went through, I'll let you tell the story. You tell the story.
Well, it was where the Coldwater River would run through the lake bed. It widens out, and it gets, of course, there was one spot probably that was the only portion I had to swim was probably only about 15 feet wide, but the rest of it was unnavigable by foot. It was sloshy gumbo. And like he said, you would go in over your head if you were to let go. So we had, I call them baker's boards,
Backboards.
or litters, backboards from the EMTs. What do we have, like 50 of them?
Yeah, so like we share an office with our EMS and our EMA, and we had some old equipment that we were going to throw away. And we're like, let's not throw it away. Let's kind of hoard this.
Away, yeah.
And we had these old school
wood,
like I would say it's like paperboard backboards, and so we laid them out as far as we could and as many as we could.
It's a bridge,
but I mean, it's still it didn't even come close.
Yeah,
but. Continue.
It was just to give us a little extra buoyancy. Yeah. And while
like a boogie board on the mud or something.
So we made a path of all of those. I'm not even sure that we got them all back, but because they were sinking.
They're gone. They're like in the mud.
Yeah. And I actually had to keep one with me to help keep me afloat as I got all the way across the river to him. And when I got to him, this guy had no waterproofing anything on. He had nothing but like a cloth poncho, like I got from Cancun one year. And he had his deer rifle, and he thought I was his baseball coach. He was so delirious from the hypothermia. He was calling me coach, this and that. And
you look kind of like a coach, the coach for the day for sure.
I laid my boogie board next to him, and I stood on top of it, and I pulled and pulled and pulled until I finally wiggled him out of the mud. And
so where was he at?
He was probably a little over belly button deep in the mud, and he was turning blue color.
Wow!
And he was within an hour of being too far. And there was a whole bunch of teamwork going on the bank to get prepared to receive him, but I had a drone flying over me. I was thinking, this feels like a movie. And, it was taking a little while to get the throw bags ready to pull us back. And all I could do was sit there and wrap my arms around him and pray for him. And it was just freaky.
Some divine intervention. Yes.
And we just sat there and prayed until they finally said we're ready. And they yanked us back. It was like we were skiing. We were going across the top of the water. We got him back on the bank, and they stripped him down and threw him in the back of I'll call it an aluminum tent, and threw like a cinder block size heater in there and heated him up.
Yeah. So with the Swiftwater training that the sheriff's office sent all of us to go do, he made a harness, and he harnessed this guy to his body.
Wow. And
he laid on his back. And so with me being at the halfway point and Zach being out there with him, I'm at the halfway point from where our unit is, because, they can't get in the mud either. There's no more ice suits. They're over there. And so we're communicating back and forth. So ultimately he lays back and is holding this guy, and we hooked him to the side-by-side with all the throw bags, and the side-by-side goes, and it pulls him and Diaz across the mud and the water and all that stuff until we got him to our paramedics, which we do have paramedics.
That's wonderful.
On our unit as well, and EMTs. And so as soon as they had to get rid of all the wet stuff that was making him cold, and then they put him in the heated stuff, and they transported it. They transported this guy with a core temperature of 84 degrees. Think about it. Think about when you have a fever, right? Everybody's freaking out at 99, 100 degrees. Yeah. Well, your average is at 97, 98. His is at 84.
His body's preserving the inner core temperature.
This is one of the reasons why I wanted him here, is because he saved a life. He 100% saved a life with the training that he gained.
Go Marines. You're a Marine too, is that?
That's right.
That's wonderful.
It is.
Did any of the training from being a Marine help you in that particular incident?
Certainly low crawling.
The praying and the crawling.
The low crawling. I've done a lot of that. And it certainly took a lot of that. We even had an injury. One of our members injured his ankle, he twisted his ankle just trying to get out there, and we hadn't even made it out a quarter of the way out there yet.
Something that I think, and I hadn't really seen it. I've seen it with Sheriff Tuggle, and I've seen it with him, and both of them are Marines. they have no quit in them at all. And so when I say this, that I've seen this, is we went and ran one year. I convinced him to run the St. Jude half marathon with some of us. He hadn't been training at all, right?
Yeah.
And you would be like, well, that's dumb. Why wouldn't you train for this? You're going to hurt yourself. And so I remember him saying something about there might have been some chafing going on. He didn't care. He just kept going. And then, you know, when it's over and done with, he's like, oh man, I'm hurting. And so, but he just doesn't know when to stop.
No.
And he's programmed differently. And we couldn't have saved. I mean, it was all him.
Thank you.
We were just
Zach.
we were just on the other end. So
thank you for helping us get some souls saved around here, and also saving some people that are wandering around out in Blue Mud, Mississippi, or whatever.
Blue Mud, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, with this situation though, we learned we need more throw bags.
Yes.
We built a mud motor boat. I know that sounds weird. Those guys out there who, you know, they do the mud motors and all that stuff. Those are really cool to have. Will this work? Maybe, if there's a little bit of water. But you know, we did that to see if it was going to be what we needed. We definitely got more throw bags. I've got folks leaving. There's a 3-man team leaving next week. They're going to Knoxville for a ropes class. And it's not like, oh, hey, you learn how to tie a bow tie. No. They're going to be rappelling off cliffs and all this other stuff to be certified for rope technicians. And 2 of them are really good at it already, but they definitely need to get some kind of national certification. So it's just kind of trickled into more things. And the other thing is that after that day, when we were trying to pick and choose who was going to go out there and get this guy, we're like, we need to work on physical fitness. And
wow.
You know, we're not trying to kill anybody, but we want to make sure that we're prepared. And so now, you know, we've partnered with the YMCA and Olive Branch. They're great to us. We go out twice.
That's a phenomenal facility.
It is. We go out twice a week. I can't wait till they open the one in Hernando. That's going to be awesome. But we partnered with them, and we go out if the volunteers are able to go. We have a calendar, and it's scheduled, but every Tuesday and Thursday we're out over there swimming, and we're not swimming like a lap or two. We're swimming a mile. We're swimming 1,610 feet every session.
What do you think about that, Zach?
He's
working you.
Yeah, he's swimming a mile.
Is it worse than the Marines, or is it?
Well, I usually catch up with him after my weightlifting.
After your weightlifting.
Yeah.
Well,
I think I'll do a quarter mile and hit the sauna.
And the other things that we're doing is we're trying to jump on every 5, 10, half marathon. And this is going to be my first marathon this year that I'm going to run. But we're trying to just be in the community and let them know, hey, you know, we're here. We want to be a part of what y'all are doing. You know, thanks for having us. But we started with like maybe 2 of us running. And now, you know, like Sarita Drake, the director of House of Grace, she's one of our people. She's been running 5Ks every Mondays, Wednesday, and Friday. And
I hate it.
She is.
She is tough.
And, you know, and we've had a lot of folks that are like, I'm old, I can't do this. Well, no, it's not.
She can do it.
We've got a 70-year-old that swims with us. And
but you push her, though.
She'll outswim everybody.
Don't you push her, or do you pull her?
Gwen Ferguson.
Do you push her or pull her?
No, she pulls us.
Yeah.
She is a beast. She is a water safety instructor. She's a lifeguard instructor. All this through the Red Cross.
And she's 70 years old?
70 years old.
Wow.
She's a beast, though. Don't let her fool you. And she's a sweetheart, and she helps us all the time do things. If we're doing something like our strokes are wrong, she's like, you're doing it wrong. Let me show you.
And there's a reason why you do them the way you do them, right?
There is. And you know, like, she helped us push the portion of we're going to send people out to do the water safety instructor. So the same training that the folks at the YMC have in the aquatic side, we have some of the same. We go through the same certifications. We actually went through the University of Memphis and got our training, and it's pretty cool.
So you have like a list of like 200 certifications.
I wouldn't say it's that many, but we do have a lot. And,
you've got a lot. I bet you do.
And it's revolving around aquatics. I mean, we have 8 boats at our office. And
which one do you use the most?
Our riverboat.
The riverboat.
Our riverboat.
So what are the challenges of the Mississippi River? Is it what's the call that's like,
the thing about this,
I know you're going. It doesn't matter what the
community
call is.
doesn't realize this is that, and this is what I was told, so hopefully I'm telling this correctly.
Okay.
The Coast Guard has pulled off of the river. There are people that fly drones that work for the Coast Guard.
Okay.
Right? But there's no vessels And so we're the riverboat in our county, and we're friends with the Tunica County guys.
Okay.
The sheriff over there is great. He lets us use that aquatic center down there as well. So we kind of change it up when we need to do diving or we need to host a class. They give us the pool. Like we can be there 2 or 3 in the morning, but we're on their side of the river too. And but we're the only vessel. That's it. Like if something happens, we're the vessel, and we're working on some stuff right now.
Okay.
Remember we were talking about grants and things.
Yeah.
We're trying our hardest to get a bigger vessel.
But do they cover? Are you covering even more than DeSoto County, Tunica? Are you sometimes called in to help with Memphis or Shelby County or Arkansas?
Memphis holds its own. They have a marine unit. But they will give us heads up if they have a drowning up there because the water comes down, and so if we might have a recovery on our end, and it's happened before like that. But we're the only vessel.
Wow!
And if somebody calls us, we're going. We're not gonna. Yeah. If it's legit and it's we're gonna go. We're gonna go help. Yeah,
that's good. That's good. But you did mention the St. Jude's Marathon.
Oh yeah,
and you're collecting money for that.
I am.
And I owe you some money myself that I don't have in my pocket right now. It's in my car. But so if someone wants to donate to you running, how would they do that?
They can, I believe they can look me up on the St. Jude's website.
Okay.
Now I have made, and I guess I probably need to ask for forgiveness first, but the sheriff's office has a group.
Okay.
We made a team. And so anybody at the sheriff's office who wants to jump on that team, great. But right now I think we're at $1,100.
That's awesome.
We just started last week doing this, but I've committed, and Zach doesn't know it yet. He's committed to half a marathon, but I've committed to a marathon and a half. And
there's a word called no, Zach.
No, he loves doing stuff like that. Look at his face.
He follows orders. He's voluntold.
Voluntold. No, I love it.
Wow. We're glad to have you.
But yeah, they can just look us up under the sheriff's office.
DeSoto County Sheriff's Office page.
And then, on St. Jude.
St. Jude.
So they go to the St. Jude page for the Memphis Marathon weekend. They can look up the DeSoto County Sheriff's Office. And they can actually find out whoever joins our team. Like there's a guy named Carl Becker.
Okay.
Carl works for an elevator company, and he runs like a gazelle. Like we can't catch him.
He's tough.
He has no body fat on him whatsoever. But
lean and mean.
Yes. But if they want to donate to Carl, they just click his profile and you can do it electronically and do all that good stuff. But right now there's 3 of us. Jennifer Barasso's on there, and I'm on there, and Carl's on there. So we're waiting on Zach.
So
the secret is
the 4-man team.
The secret is I'm going to call my guy over at the Man Cave.
Okay.
And now
Man Cave, is that where you?
It's the hair salon for men. I guess.
Oh, the Man Cave.
Did I say that politically correct?
Yeah. Okay.
Well, so I didn't know this, but I go in there one day. My wife's like, "Grow your hair out. You this bald thing. You're not 12 anymore. Whatever. Grow your hair out, brush it." And I'm like, "All right, cool." So I go to the Man Cave and I bring a picture of this haircut that she wants me to have.
Okay.
And I was like, "Can you make me look like this? This is what my wife wants." And anyways, so I was like, "You're my guy now. You're my haircut guy." And it just so happened, and I didn't know this, it is Zach Diaz's wife, Savannah.
Oh, wow.
So the Man Cave will take care of you. Like they are awesome to us.
Yep. Support the Man Cave.
That's
What's
right.
her name?
Savannah Dice.
Savannah Dice. So they're saving souls, cutting hair, and working for the search and rescue unit. That's
Something
wonderful.
that I didn't know is that I was just joking. When I worked in the jail back in the day,
is that where you started?
I did. 21.
Everybody's got to start somewhere, right? At the jail. That's where he started. It's okay to take a jailer job, yeah.
Oh, it is. It'll get you somewhere.
Yeah, moving on up.
So 21 years ago, we would have these pods. Just imagine, because the old jail is gone. Like
it's land records.
Yes,
DeSoto County land records. Yeah.
Well, so just imagine this big octagon, and each octagon wall had a pod where there was people. Mm-hmm. Well, on Saturdays, I would let them come out, and they would do haircuts, and one of the inmates' relative would drop off haircut.
I give haircuts.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. No, there's a money back guarantee. Now, I like to cut hair.
You can't be my guy.
I should not be cutting hair, but I really like to cut hair.
Well, so we were joking about, and I was making the reference to, hey, we should get all the kids together at our unit and get haircuts. And he was like, "We do that at church." And I'm like, "Are you serious?"
That's awesome.
So,
Yep. Savannah, she'll bring her stuff it's the cutest thing. She'll bring her haircutting equipment to church, and all the little boys will line up.
That's
and it'll
sweet.
be 10 or 15. We got 35, 40 kids in our little church right now. They almost outnumber us, but they'll line up, and she'll do one after the other. Some of the dads will get in there,
Make them look sharp.
she cuts all our hairs, like my oldest and my youngest. She's our guy.
That's good. Savannah.
That's right.
At the man cave.
man cave.
All right. That really is a ministry, cutting hair and making people feel better. You know, I told you I worked at the VA for 20 years, and just personal care, clipping toenails, rubbing Vaseline on somebody's feet. And they're like, it's a service ministry to veterans, but helping people look better, feel better, look like a man, that sort of thing. But just cutting hair is a wonderful thing, and I appreciate her doing that. That's awesome. Where's the church?
The church is 3964 Highway 309 North. Excuse me.
Okay.
It is north of Goodman Road on 309.
Okay.
Almost to
What's the name of it again?
Refuge.
Refuge
Church by Helia.
By Helia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Non-denominational.
Wonderful. All right. Free haircuts.
That's right.
Check it out.
Bring your little
Bring
boy.
it out.
Bring your little boy, Savannah, cut the hair.
Oh, that'd be sweet. Okay. What else are we talking about today? What are we fighting?
We're fighting for our families.
Fighting for families. What about
Absolutely.
this?
Our community.
What does your wife say when you say, "Oh, got a call"? What about having a supportive wife or
A lot of times it's just call me if you need something.
Okay.
For some reason, a lot of our calls happen at bedtime.
Yeah.
And so she's going to sleep and I'm going out the door.
Yeah.
So but I believe I got her support.
That's
For
good.
the most part. Yeah, absolutely.
good.
No, she does. There's no question about
Has she ever said, "That's too dangerous. I'll shut you down"?
it. I don't think we talk about it.
That's good.
I don't think we never talked about when we went through, Zach didn't get to go through it, but we went through our ERDI school, which is our diving school.
Oh, okay.
We went to the dive shop in Memphis, and it was the only place that offered, if anybody's watching, public safety dive is kind of what it is. And they made us do some weird things, some things that it's not comfortable. Like I passed out underwater twice. Yes.
Yep, passed out because of your own body issues, or
because I needed air because we were down there too long. So they run you through
because you needed oxygen.
Yeah, they run you through a bunch
Lord.
of. I say passed out. Let's say the term maybe blacked out.
Okay.
Or was on the verge of blacking out. However you want to. Everything was black. You couldn't make out anybody or anything.
Didn't know if you were up or down or whatever.
But it's good training. That's what the divers and I. There's 6 of us now total that are certified blackwater divers, and it's
which is probably kind of common in Mississippi.
Well,
or
I know Panola County's got a blackwater dive team. Shelby County's got a lot of.
Is
guys
that like for night diving or for
no? So like imagine
dirty
this.
water.
Well, it's dirty water, but if you go to the beach or you go to the pool, you have clear water. If you go to the beach like in Florida, you can see everything. We can't see anything here. It's like diving. We call it diving in chocolate milk. That's what it looks like. You can't see anything. It's nasty. And so like we have to remember how much air we have and where all of our equipment is because we can't see anything.
Yeah.
And this one time I could see, and I could probably see about that far. But yeah, it's scary. I don't even remember what the question was that you asked, but
I was asking about what was blackwater diving and what exactly that meant.
It's not common. It's not fun.
No.
I wouldn't tell you that I hate it, but somebody's got to do it. Our guys love it. There's a guy named Todd.
Are you blackwater certified? No.
I don't know.
Do you want to be blackwater certified?
I don't know.
Is Savannah going to let this happen?
I'm not going to say that I'm scared of it, but I could see how it could freak somebody out.
Yeah.
It did.
I would certainly like to try it, but I could see where a panic attack could
You wouldn't
happen
want to save somebody the first time out, would you? You wouldn't want it to all depend on you that first time.
Well, if you're doing a blackwater dive, chances are you're not saving, you're doing more recovering.
Yeah.
Whether that's a person or
a vessel
evidence,
or a car or a gun.
Gun or whatever.
Do you retrieve guns too?
We can.
Okay,
yes.
cool.
Yeah. Actually, this canine seminar that we went to, the human remains detection section, they were out doing something on the dock, and they were hiding, I guess, a body part or something so the dogs could smell it. I don't know. I wasn't there.
And it ain't chicken?
No, it's not chicken. There's actually places
Real
out there that
cadavers.
donate like pieces of people, and it's a whole nother genre of stuff that we're not in yet. But this lady falls backwards and she loses her phone in the water, and it was in a Pelican case. I didn't even know Pelican made iPhone cases. And anyway, so we're in class, and I get a call saying, "Hey, we know you're a diver? Can you go get this lady's phone?" I'm like, "I didn't bring any of my equipment." And they were like, "Okay." And so after dinner was over, I'm like, "Hey, we can go do this. Like, there's nothing to this.
Just extra training.
Let's go do this."
And you didn't charge her anything.
No, but we went and got her $1,500 iPhone, and that was in that Pelican case.
I think she should have made a donation.
So
I think so.
I was 8 feet underwater.
We don't put you out there for nothing.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was 8 feet underwater free diving, which means I had no air. What I had when I came up was what I had when I went down. And I'm digging in the mud, and I touch something, and I see a screen come up, and I'm like, "Oh, hey, there's a dog on it. This has got to be the phone. It's the only phone here." And so as we come up, she's so happy, she was excited, and
she needs to make a donation.
No,
I think you need some money.
We're not in it for money.
Well, I know, but you got to have money to roll.
Zach Diaz is not in it for the money.
Why do you do it, Zach?
Well, I
know Jonathan gets a paycheck. It ain't enough, but Jonathan gets a paycheck. But you're doing it. Why are you doing it?
I think it takes a servant's heart and wanting to do something greater than just being average. You know, like just the fact that you're serving,
better than average. You want to do something better than average.
Well, that's what it takes. Because
spirit of excellence.
Anyone can stay home and watch TV and play video games, but it takes a different kind of person to say, "I'm going to go do this training that's going to benefit my community one day." Wow. And I just think that, you know, you got a room full of these people that are kind of in the same boat there. And so everybody wants to be better. And I don't even remember where we're going with that.
You're going in a good direction with it. I like it too.
I love it. That's why we're doing this podcast, is because I want to help bring inspiration to other people who will want to do good things for America.
Yeah.
Civics. This is a civics hour.
I did time in the Marine Corps Reserve, and I was just like, man, I really miss that sense of unity with my boys, you know. And my good friend Ethan Millay, he said, "Man, you need to check out Search and Rescue. Get with my buddy Bigham." And, you know, went and did the tryout, and I was like, you know, this stuff sounds pretty cool. Mm-hmm. We're working with compasses. We're doing fun stuff, you know. But like I said, there's a sense of unity of people who want to do better for their community and have that servant's heart to do something better. And I think that's what called me to it.
I love it.
We've got a good crew. And I'm a flip.
How many do you have right now?
34.
How many do you need?
Oh, gosh. I would take everybody if we could, but we can't.
So what could we do?
Is there a limit?
Is there a cap?
Now, so when we wrote policy, Major Palmer and I sat down, and we were going back and forth on, you know, the do's and the don'ts, and we capped it at 50, but I don't even really think we could take 50. So 34 is where we're at right now. We're comfortable, you know.
So you'll have to fight your way onto this team. If you want to be on this team, you're going to have to fight.
That's why we were talking about our hours and stuff. Mm-hmm. So they have to do 6 hours a month, right? So Zach, the task force that he's on a ground pounder team, right? So he has to go to his monthly training, which is probably 2 hours. You know, if they're feeling froggy and they want to do some land navigational stuff, it might be 3 hours, maybe 4 hours, but typically 2 hours. That's what I ask their supervisors to do, is hold 2 hour sessions once a month. So then I hold a unit meeting, and we talk about this and that and what we can do better and what we did that was awesome. Or there might be somebody
debriefing.
You know, so we just scheduled coming up on the 14th. It's 14th. The FAA's coming out, and they're going to do this plane crash response. So what we're going to do,
simulation, or
not a simulation, like what we're going to do, what we can do to help if a plane crash happens in our area.
Which is we've
never had that training before.
Never had it, but we have the Memphis
biggest hub in the U.S.
Airport.
Yeah, here. We have the Memphis International Airport flying over. I mean, there's always a plane in the sky.
Well, so they have to do 2 hours of their unit training. Oh, I'm sorry, 2 hours of their task force training, 2 hours unit training with me, and then That's 4 hours that they would have gained if we're still staying on that 2 hour segment. Well, after that, then they're on their own to go find 2 more hours. So that means come swim with me. I swim every Thursday. Wow. Every Thursday. And if I can't swim, like we're going out of town.
Let me tell you a secret.
What's the secret?
I can't swim.
We've got a team of WSIs to help you out.
I'm going to tell you a secret.
I can't swim.
This is a great secret, and this is how involved I am.
Okay.
I refinanced my house and put an awesome pool in because I wasn't a good swimmer either. And so I lived in that pool all summer, and like now I'm swimming. Like I'll swim a 5K. It doesn't.
And he's Blackwater trained now.
Oh yeah, Blackwater trained.
Yeah.
We'll
He's
swim
a great
underwater.
swimmer.
I'm not. Don't
He's
make
a great.
it.
Don't let him lie to you.
He's
He's a
brilliant.
great swimmer.
And did
He's
you know?
just
Just for a
brilliant.
little extra sense of whatever, they make underwater headphones that you can put on.
I didn't know that.
And I'll tell you my age when I'll put my Lincoln Park in
Okay.
on my headset, and I'll go and swim, and that's what I'll do. I'll swim to Lincoln Park, and so I like them. But swimming is so healthy for you. It's Zach, you want to jump in on that? The low impact, all that stuff, the health benefits?
It's great for your joints. I was dealing with the injury a while back, and it was about the only exercise I could do there for a while.
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
We won't get too deep into
Can't
that.
ring the bell.
You want me to ring the bell?
No, don't ring it.
Don't ring the bell right
Well,
now.
I
Okay.
had tennis elbow
Okay.
really bad, and it's gone. Like I hadn't about 6 months into swimming. It went away. But like if you're mad and you're not having a good day, everybody has it. Nobody's perfect. You'll have a bad day. Go swimming. Go and swim and get your cardio up and slap the water. Slap the water while you're swimming, and you'll.
It's better than slapping people. You don't get felonies
no,
that way, right?
No,
Maybe.
or run because you'll release whatever is going on, and it'll be done, and you'll have a better day.
Good.
So swimming's good.
So, are you working on fitness programs?
Right. I'm doing a bodybuilding competition in November.
Oh, okay.
In Tunica. But 2 years ago.
Not related to search and rescue.
Correct.
Okay. This is a whole side hustle over here. Okay.
Well, we give him time for it.
All right.
We'll explain that too. Well, let him explain it.
Is he going to be wearing DeSoto County?
I don't think
They're going to know who he is.
I don't know if it was going to be approved for.
I won't have clothes
Okay.
on.
Wait.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The
No, it
oily-
won't be approved.
Oily naked man contest.
Uh-oh.
But, excuse me. I'll have a Speedo on.
Okay.
But 2 years ago, I was
Savannah, are you listening?
yeah,
Come
I
on,
was
Savannah.
humongous. I was the
Sheriff, I'm
biggest I've
sorry.
ever been. Yeah, sorry, Sheriff. I was 280 pounds, and I had this humongous gut. I had this terrible back injury, and then I was just getting bigger and bigger by the day. And to be honest, there was a couple of guys that were picking on me daily at work about. I'm not going to tell you what they were calling me. They were calling me fat.
Now, what were
Every
you
day.
doing at the time? Work?
I was a lineman.
Lineman.
Still
Yeah,
a
that's
lineman.
right. I forgot you got a job as a lineman. Okay, go ahead.
But anyways, they were relentless, and it's all fun. I mean, it's part
Yeah.
of being a lineman. And I'm not going to sit here and say
Yeah,
I
but
was
you gotta
hazed 'cause I
climb
was
that
not
pole.
hazed.
You got to climb that pole.
That's
You
right.
You
So
got to
Mama
get it up
doesn't
the
have
pole.
to.
Yeah.
But I was 280 pounds, biggest I've ever been. And these guys are just relentless. And then, you know what? I took a picture, and I'll tell you the moment that it just kind of snapped with me was when I got the life-saving award. And Sheriff Tuggle, I took a picture with Sheriff Tuggle. And I didn't even want to post it on Facebook because I was like, who is that guy?
Yeah.
That does not even look like who I think I look like. And so I hit up Zach Saraki. He's a great friend of mine from the Marine Corps, and he's a bodybuilder. And I said, man, can you please, I know I'm doing this to you again. Can you please just get me on a meal plan, get me on a workout plan? And, man, over the first 6 months, I lost 72 pounds in the first 6 months.
Wow.
This was meal prepping. This wasn't
Yeah.
a Zempic or
Yeah,
Wegovy or Wegovy, whatever it's called.
This was chicken and rice. And anyways, and I just kind of started building up. He's like, man, you should do a show. And I was like, oh, that's weird. Well, I guess he talked me into it. So I'm going to do a show this November.
Okay.
But he was talking about finding hours earlier, and it just goes to show, you know, that he prioritizes the fitness of the unit. Is you can get what's the cap? I can't remember.
I can't remember it either.
You can get you can get hours every week for just going to the gym. If you log your hours, like some people have a smartwatch. I'm not technologically advanced enough to have a smartwatch, but I just record a few of my sets and maybe take a picture of the treadmill.
Danger.
Yeah.
Out of the blue mud.
That's right.
Yeah.
I just record a few of my sets on video and, I take a picture of my treadmill and they log my hours for that.
Okay.
And so I'll tell them, hey, I did an hour at the YMCA this date, and they'll log me an hour of training for that. And
that's wonderful.
That's great.
Yeah. And so the time aspect of it, 6 hours a month is what we ask of them.
Okay.
If they don't meet those 6 hours, we try to figure out why. And a lot of times there are good reasons, right? And then they go into the next month. Okay, well, you didn't get any hours last month. Now you need to have 12 hours. You don't get any hours that month. Okay, something's going on.
Right.
All right, so here's your third month. You better have 18 hours.
Yeah.
If you don't have 18 hours in that third month, that third quarter, or that first quarter, I guess, however you say it, then you're off the unit.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, we want active people on the unit that are contributing to everything that we do for the community. And it's not like, we're not threatening them. If they want to be a part of it, they'll be a part of it. If they don't, then they'll leave. And
you got to show some fight to stay on that team.
More people will come in. But we're having to turn people away. And right now, the people that want to be there, they want to be there. Like, we've got for our cadet side of it, we had 14-year-olds.
Cadets.
Cadets
are the
minors.
Young,
They're between ages of 14 to 20. Because once you turn 21, then you're an adult.
Okay.
And so they come out and they do their training too. They go on calls with us. Now, we're not going to put them in the middle of just some mess, but we put them in control.
They're going to go, golly, I want to be like Zach.
Well,
I want to be like Bingham.
Well, so...
And they're not out doing drugs, and they're not out.
No, they're with us.
Yeah.
We might, Zach, at one time, he was helping until we got the cadet thing fixed and had
How many cadets do you have?
We have 8.
8.
And we can't take everybody's kid. We have 8. We have, and
this is not a boot camp program. That's for people who can behave and stay out of trouble.
But they're going to skip, run, jump, and swim with us too.
That's right.
Because
they got to work.
Everybody
I'm
on the
going to
unit.
ring the bell on some work. We got to work.
They have to be doing good in school.
Good.
There's no mom and dad issues. Like, if they're getting into it at home, then we're going to deal with it on the unit too.
Insubordination at home means insubordination. You're not going to tolerate it.
Good grades. And, a lot of the kids that we've had come through, like we had one, Lance Martin, he's a Marine.
Wow.
He was with us, and this kid was high energy. He's great now. Like, how long do you think Lance has been gone? Maybe 3 years?
Has it been that long?
Yeah. Yeah, it has. He's doing great. Like, he's always posting stuff on Facebook. Yeah. He went away. There was, we had, Javi. Javi joined the Air Force. He's in Alaska right now. He's like a munitions guy. We have one, he just left us because he can't donate because his job is very demanding. But Kean, he's an LPN, I believe. But he left us. We had one. I think we had probably the first one. We had a 17-year-old that was homeschooled, and Griffin went through our EMT program for EMS side of it.
Oh, wow.
And so, we're in the same office, and what they do is they offer these fire departments. You do your time with the fire department, they'll send you through. It's the same program, I believe, that Northwest Community College does. And so they asked if we had any people. We said, hey, we're going to push this kid to do this.
Yeah. If
he wants to. And he's like, yeah, I'm absolutely interested. I want to do it. And he did it. And so Griffin turned 18, and then he did the National Registry, and he didn't pay a dime for any of the stuff. The county paid for it, but because he donated his time to us. And this kid's an EMT, so he's a senior. I believe he's still a senior. Yeah. And he's
high stepping, and
he just got on with the county. He's
part-time.
He's got legs long as me.
Oh yeah, he runs like a gazelle.
He can outrun every one of us.
He's a good kid. and his brother, I think he might be a pilot. We're trying we went not long ago, we went to FedEx, and the FedEx folks put us in some simulators. I don't know if they were $1 million or $1 billion simulators, but they were Boeing 777s, and we flew them. And I remember Griffin and I were in the simulator together, and the flight instructor was like, you guys can't do that. And we landed our aircraft on a glacier in Antarctica, and he was like, no, it was supposed to crash. And no, Griffin landed the thing. Like, this kid's smart. And
just
then,
a natural inclination.
And then he was like, punch the throttle, let's go. He's like, punch it, Chewie. And so he punched it, and we took off the glacier. And like, we're trying to find all these just different things that we can do, and that we could, hopefully direct them in the right way where they could be
put them in the right situations to see what their natural talents are,
where they could be productive members of society, and that's what our program's about. And but it's working.
That's wonderful. What about DUIs? I want to know what do you remember about being a DUI officer?
I remember that it was a mess at one time.
Yeah. What's some tips for people?
Don't drink and drive.
Don't drink and drive. Anything else?
Don't think that if you have a marijuana card, I guess, that you could still get behind the wheel.
Yeah.
Because
you're
still driving impaired.
You're still driving impaired. You may have a card, but driving is a privilege, not a right. Mm-hmm. So you can't just get you a card and just start driving.
I haven't been in the DUI scene since 2020, but there was a lot. There was a lot.
Well, you were a bad, but in a good way. All due respect.
Thank you.
DUI officer. What about anything about domestic violence?
Ooh, we don't like that at all. That's not. It's our unit. I mean, I don't even know how to say it. I'm a baby of domestic violence.
You are.
Yeah. It wasn't good. So my family dynamic made me who I am.
Okay.
So,
well, that's wonderful.
Hopefully my sisters won't kill me for saying that.
You can choose to make it a good thing, and you choose whatever your background is to help people, rescue people out of situations. I do want to, again, just say that, recently, in the last few months, I went to a funeral, and the search and rescue team was right there, and just phenomenal, men and women of honor that were supportive, and I was very impressed by your teamwork in all situations. So it's not just search and rescue, but it sounds like a family. It seems like a family,
when I had COVID, I think it was in 21 the first time. I was on my deathbed. Like I couldn't walk 5 feet. I've never experienced dehydration except for that St. Jude run. And it was bad, but I heard a knock on the door, and there was groceries out front. Now it took us a minute to get them from point A to point B because I couldn't walk 5 feet, but like our unit, they came together. They came and they
search and rescue for the director if they need to.
Well, it was rough, but like it's one family.
Yeah. And one family.
It's a good vibe.
Good. I am very thankful for you guys, and I appreciate what both of you bring to the table. You've been recently awarded, I know a couple of things. You rescued someone over there on Church Road in a swift water rescue. A car, I think, went off in a. You want to talk about that?
It was a wreck.
A wreck. Okay.
And another thing too, I'm salary.
Okay.
I'm always working.
Okay.
Always. If I'm at home, my phone rings, I'm working.
You're working.
If I'm driving, I'm working.
24.
Unless I leave the county.
Yeah.
I'm working.
And you're still working because they're going to call you. They don't know whether you're in the county.
And so I saw this wreck happen. It was unfortunate. And I didn't know what I was getting into. And I just went, and I didn't think. I know.
Did you follow all your training?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I did not.
But she lived.
Yeah, everybody was fine.
She did.
Everybody was fine. The two girls were fine. But as far as did I revert to my training, I didn't stop and pop the tailgate and put my dry suit on and get my Swiftwater gear. And 20
Might
minutes later,
have been too late.
Yeah, no, yeah. We went and I did what I was supposed to do.
Yeah,
and I had our public information officer. Tish Clark, that said, please, when you do an interview, do not say you were doing your job. And so I reworded it, and I said, I'm doing what I was supposed to do.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where that
It's
came
who
from.
you are. It's not just what you do. It's who you are.
Well, I got some phone calls from folks. Why didn't you have your gear?
Oh.
That could have been bad. And it was, I guess you had to be there to make those decisions.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like when Deputy Brock did his thing. He didn't think. He knew that there was an issue, and you had to solve the problem.
That's right.
And that's it.
And yes, you use all of your training and skill, and sometimes you have to bring in, it's got to be done. I got to go in and got to get it done. So, but debriefing is wonderful. I love, even still, as a nurse, we would debrief for cardiac arrest or other incidents, we'd debrief afterwards. I love that game. I love debriefing. And I know you guys use that all the time. I still use it as a lawyer. I debrief after my cases are over.
After everything that we do, I don't care if we go do a public relations event at a church.
Yeah.
We all get back together and like, what could we have done better? What went wrong? What went well?
Yeah.
And we all talk about it before we go home. Everything that we do.
And that helps with mental illness, people, sometimes you lose team members because they didn't feel this or their voice was not heard. So if you're debriefing, it helps keep people on the team.
It does. It does. We actually, when I was younger, I was what they called an explorer, and that was through the Boy Scouts. Mm-hmm. Now, our youth group unit is through the cadets, completely different entity. But when I was an explorer, we got subjected to a lot of stuff. Like there was a lot of body recoveries that we did. So I'm 14, 15 years old doing body recoveries. And I wish that I could have just picked up the phone and been like, hey, I just saw an 8-year-old. I just helped put her in a body bag. And, I don't want to subject our kids to that. No. And if I can ever help it, they will never be subjected to it.
They won't see that.
No, they don't.
Because once you see it, you can't unsee it.
But our county board of supervisors have helped get a counseling service called Concern. I think actually it's called For Concern.
That's wonderful.
But so like if something happens, and hopefully it won't ever, but we could call somebody until we get a game plan. We got a place to start.
That's right.
So we can talk about some things.
And the early intervention on PTSD is real important.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah. Yeah. I remember, I would think I was 14. My first body recovery was an 8-year-old. So yeah.
Did you want to get off the team?
I don't know what to think. I thought.
You didn't think that was going to happen, probably.
I didn't know. I mean, it was hard to comprehend at 14. Yeah. And so, but it kept constantly happening.
Yeah.
And,
but an 8-year-old would be hard at any age to see that, especially if it's same age as your own child or something like that. So, well, I really appreciate you guys. And, we've had a fun hour of, talking about search and rescue and all kinds of the St. Jude Run, the Canine Patrol, the fitness program, and the bodybuilding, the church. Anything else?
So, our guy that's over our dive team, his name's Todd Davis. He runs a company called Tree Masters.
Okay.
We had all these tornadoes that came through.
Yes.
And, search and rescue was at our office in our safe room, and tornadoes came through, and we went around. But Todd brought his personal equipment, and he was moving trees out of the way, cutting trees and all this other stuff. But Todd is a great guy. But right now he's over our dive team, and he's a beast.
And he cuts trees.
And he cuts trees.
So climb right up one. I
had a phone call. I'm not going to say who, but somebody called and said, "Hey, my drone's stuck in the tree." And I called Todd, and Todd was like, "I'll go get it." And so he went out of county, and
my cat stuck in the tree to the drone stuck in the tree.
He climbed up 120 feet. We got a video of him doing it. He goes and grabs the $10,000 drone and comes down and is like, "Here's your drone back."
That's phenomenal.
So he's a beast.
Well, I feel like we could have like a whole mini series with you guys. You guys have so many interesting things to say, and I appreciate you being involved in our community and helping people and just being a great source of inspiration for everybody. And I usually will we will thank everybody for tuning in to American Fight Stories. We're challenging all Americans to be better Americans. And then we'll pray out of here. Do either one of you want to pray, or do you want me to pray?
Sure.
Okay.
Father God, thank you so much for this opportunity to get together, Lord, and just talk about these great things happening in the county. Lord, I pray for everybody listening to American Fight Stories. I pray that you would bless them, bring them closer to Jesus. And I pray for us, Lord. I pray that you would also bring us closer to you. In your name, amen.
Amen. Amen. Thank you so much. God bless the search and rescue team, and I pray that for your safety and your families, and I thank your wives for supporting what you do.
Well, so thank you for having us on your show, and thank you for shining some light into the search and rescue scene.